Polymorphic ventricular tachycardia, a dance with the devil. Before we dive in, let's get our definitions crystal clear. The heart is a marvel, really, but like any complex machine, things can go haywire. Polymorphic ventricular tachycardia, PVT, is one such instance where the ticker decides to kick into a frenzy. First off, tachycardia is doctor speak for a heart ruthlessly breaking the speed limit, more than 100 beats per minute. Ventricular zeroes us in on the lower chambers of the heart, the ones responsible for pumping blood to the lungs and the rest of the body. Polymorphic is the wild card. It indicates that this rapid-fire heartbeat is irregular, inconsistent, like your least favorite DJ changing the beat every few seconds. Now, when your heart's ventricles go full throttle with no regular rhythm, it's incredibly inefficient. It's like trying to fill a pool with a hose that flips out every few seconds, splashing more water on the poolside than in the pool itself. In the context of the heart, this means blood isn't getting pumped effectively. Cells start holding their empty oxygen cups out, wondering when the next round is coming. The cause of PVT gets tricky. It's often linked to a heart that's already suffering some structural damage, maybe from a previous heart attack, cardiomyopathy, or drug side effects. But here's the plot twist. Sometimes, PVT shows up in hearts with no obvious damage, a sort of medical mystery tour. Symptoms? They range from feeling like your chest is playing a drum solo to blacking out. Worst case scenario, and we're talking final level boss here, it can lead to ventricular fibrillation, which is about as chaotic as it sounds, or even sudden cardiac arrest. Now, if someone tells you they have PVT, they're not going to be nonchalantly sharing this over a coffee. It's an emergency situation. Doctors might whip out defibrillators, medication cocktails, or if you're in for the long haul, they may decide to implement a game plan that includes something called an ICD, implantable cardioverter defibrillator. Fancy, right? So yeah, PVT isn't exactly a walk in the park. It's serious business and a heart's cry for help. If you ever hear talk of it, you know it's time to roll up the sleeves and get some experts involved pronto. Trust me, when it comes to the rhythm of your heart, you want it less like a freestyle jazz improvisation and more like a metronome, predictable, reliable, and definitely not trying to break the sound barrier.